She's second hand. Like it so much that it's got hired.
We have your form announcements, if you're going to read up the Central Committee, Dante Lewis, our Director of the Board of Elections, is over there. And other people have a lot of other petitions that are getting signed, so feel free.
Mine at home. Oh, that's why it's an open story.
Is that right?
Everybody, all Central Committee members, you can take your seats. We have plenty up here in the front pews. All right, please, all Central Committee members, if you could sign in, we appreciate it. If we don't have enough chairs, let us know. We can try and get some more. Where's Tom Seymour, our resident Marine? Is the Sergeant at Arms. So, if he taps you on the shoulder, that's not good. All right. So, we're going to start off with our opening prayer and pledge. If we could all stand, please. Heavenly Father, we ask your blessings to be upon those gathered here tonight and all their families. May we be inspired to do your will and inspired by the holiday spirit that we have just enjoyed, and that we can do your will throughout this new year. May your blessings of reconciliation and healing be in our hearts as we move forward as a community dedicated to the well-being of our families, friends, neighbors, and fellow citizens of our county, our state, our nation, and our world. We especially ask for your blessings of peace for people throughout our world, especially in Israel, Ukraine, Russia, Venezuela, and others. And may your blessings be upon our military and those serving all around the world, our first responders here at home, President Donald Trump, and all those serving in our seats of government, that they may do your will. And we ask this in your Son's name. Amen. Amen. Please join me with the Pledge of Allegiance, always doing it the correct way. There's no pause. It's one nation under God. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. Just a few announcements, and then we'll start the agenda items. First off, Happy New Year. Happy semi-quincentennial. Everybody say that. Happy semi-quincentennial. All right. Just a few items. The bathrooms are out the door and to the left. Brian Massey is here from Lobbyists for Citizens, and he is taping us tonight as well as live streaming us. So look good when you're out there. All right. And I wore my best tie. Oh, here's one for me. Turn off your cell phone. Please silence them. I appreciate that. So, before I call up Lisa Patton to do the appointment to Central Committee, I had just received a text from our state's chairman of the Republican Party wishing us well tonight, and also sending us an announcement that Vivek Ramaswamy has made an outstanding choice in the highly respected state president, Rob McCauley, as the lieutenant governor candidate. That has been done, and Vivek will be in Cleveland tomorrow with the lieutenant governor candidate. So, Lisa?
Good evening, everybody. At the last Central Committee, the executive meeting that we had a nomination for Matt Lott, Willoughby 6A, and Philip Hilditch of Mentor 4C to fill the vacancies in those two districts. This is a two-part process. The second part of this is to appoint them. Is there a motion to appoint Matt Lott and Philip Hilditch to the empty precincts? And Blair and Mark Supancik. Frank Supancik, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Matt, can you stand? I don't think that's Matt Lott. Philip Hilditch, is he here? Yeah, I think he said he was sick. Okay, all in favor in appointing Matt Lott and Philip Hilditch to these open precincts? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Congratulations, Matt. If you haven't already to sign in, you are now a Central Committee member. If you could sign in, please. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Lisa. Appreciate that, and welcome Matt and Phil. All right. First order of business is the adoption of the agenda and rules for the appointment of the Lake County Commissioner for the vacant term that commenced on January 2nd, 2025 and ends January 1st, 2029. And I'll entertain a motion to accept the rules and agenda.
So moved.
Motion by Tom Seymour, second by Robert McKnight. Any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Great. I even got the name. All right. And before we start, I think just the fact of why we're here. If we could do another, just a blessing and moment of silence for Rich Regovich. What an outstanding man and commission. So, please join me. Thank you. Thank you. At this point in time, we will entertain nominations from the floor for the position of Lake County Commissioner. Do I have any nominations? There's a mic right there. We have 2 minutes for nominations, 1 minute for the second. Please identify yourself for the record.
Thank you. My name is Andy Serino. I'm from Willoughby, Ward 5E. First time at the mic, so thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. Like all the other committee members, I did receive the packet for the candidates that are interested in this position. I have to say that I was super impressed and proud to be a Lake County resident. The difference for me and what I'd like to nominate is Mike Merhart for Lake County Commissioner. For me, I have a personal relationship growing up in the same neighborhood as Mike. I've seen him on city council, on the school board. I've seen him work in his family business that if you've been in downtown Willoughby, they've been around since I believe 1955. So they've really got a reputation in the community that is positive. So for me, that was kind of a difference maker. That made it easy for me. But I did see a lot of impressive resumes in those packets. So very appreciative to be here and honored to nominate Mike Merhart for Lake County Commissioner. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have a second? No, okay.
Yeah, I'll second.
Okay, there's a second. Jeff Lyle. Okay. All right. Do we have any other nominations? Please.
My name is Denise Verdi, and I am the precinct committee member for Timberlake. So I have firsthand experience to nominate with confidence my own mayor, John Mara, as Lake County Commissioner. Here are some things to take into consideration while casting your vote. He attends consistently various meetings, county and statewide, to be informed as a public figure. For one, he has gained much knowledge and experience with NOACA and has practical alternatives to apply in Lake County. I like the fact that he has approached matters as an experienced, successful businessman on issues such as secured over $2 million in grant funding, improving public safety, upgrading infrastructure, and delivering results without raising taxes. Timberlake Police Department being honored as the January 2026 Agency of the Month, successfully being under budget without tapping into the general fund, resulting in a surplus for the 5th year in a row. His past accomplishments: managed businesses in multiple industries, overseen employees, consistently met payroll, negotiated contracts, managed multi-million-dollar budgets, controlled costs, and producing results. Some may think that being a man of integrity and effectiveness in our small village such as Timberlake may be insignificant. But with that being said, here is a scripture verse to consider, Luke 16:10. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. I truly am confident his proven leadership skills, excellent moral compass, hard practical work, and integrity would be an outstanding asset and choice in Lake County. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. We have a second?
Mike Fisner, Lakeline Village. At a time when Lake County has experienced a real loss, we need a steady, proven leader. That leader is my friend, John Morrow. John is a husband, a father, and a grandfather. He's a former owner of a large construction company, now retired, and serving his community as mayor of Timberlake. He has consistently answered the call to lead whenever his community has needed him. As mayor, He has governed with discipline and common sense, running the village under budget, strengthening public safety, and protecting taxpayers. He understands the full spectrum of Lake County families, from young parents raising children to entrepreneurs, small business owners, and to seniors living on fixed incomes, because he lived it. I'm married, a father of 4 young children, a small business owner, and a retired Army officer of 21 years of service. I recognize leadership when I see it. John Mara is not a politician, he is a leader. John leads with humility, faith, and a servant's heart. I believe God prepares leaders for moments like this, and I believe John Mara is prepared.
Thank you. Any other nominations?
Thank you. I am Amy Lucci from Concord Township. I'm here today to nominate Morgan McIntosh for County Commissioner. When decisions are difficult, when the stakes are high, and when the spotlight is off, character matters most. I say that with great respect for this committee, recognizing that reasonable people here may disagree. That difference of perspective strengthens this body and heightens the responsibility before us today. I have worked closely with Morgan for the past 6 years, and I offer this nomination based on firsthand experience, not politics, not personalities, but performance. County government is not about winning arguments. It is about stewardship, managing public dollars carefully, keeping essential services reliable and responsive, and serving the people of the county with sound judgment. Morgan understands that this role requires judgment more than volume, listening more than talking, and responsibility more than recognition. I have seen him listen respectfully to those who agree with him, to those who do not, and then make decisions grounded in the law, the facts, and what is best for the county as a whole. I trust his judgment when the room is divided, when the pressure is real, and when the responsibility rests squarely on one vote. Morgan excels at setting priorities, seeing challenges through to completion, and taking on the difficult work that others are reluctant to tackle. He pours his energy and integrity into every project, leads by example, empowers others, and brings steadiness when opinions run strong. At moments like this, we must choose leadership that unites rather than divides, that is calm under pressure, and that earns trust through conduct. For those reasons, I am proud to place Morgan McIntosh's name in nomination for County Commissioner. Thank you.
Do we have a second?
Good evening. Lisa Patton, Lilwick. It is my honor to introduce a man whose record speaks clearly to his character and his commitment to conservative principles, Morgan McIntosh. He is Republican in the truest sense of the word, grounded in conservative values, guided by integrity, and proven through action. From his early leadership in the Young Republicans to his tireless service in the grassroots movements, he never hesitated to take a leading role. Morgan let his actions speak for himself. He has knocked on doors, given his time freely, and supported every candidate up and down the ticket because he understands that strong leadership is built from the ground up. When it mattered most, he stood on the front lines, leading the fight against the Obama agenda, always guided by principle rather than convenience. Public service is not a title to him, but like Regovich, it is a calling. He is a man of his word, a servant leader, and someone we can trust to represent our values with honor. It is my privilege to present him for appointment for the next Lake County Commissioner by the Republican Party. Thank you.
Are there any other nominations? Is there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to close the nominations.
So moved.
We have a motion by Tom Seymour. Is that a second? Steve Dempsey. Any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Nominations have been closed. And now we will take presentations by each of the nominated candidates. Limit is 3 to 5 minutes, and we'll start with the first one that was nominated. Mike Murray. Mike? You can come up here, Mike.
You got it.
All right, we'll try to keep this short, I guess, but good evening, Chairman, members of the Central Committee, fellow Republicans. I thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak tonight. For those who haven't met me, I'm Mike Murhar, a lifelong Lake County resident, small business owner, and someone who believes government should work in the same way we run our households and businesses. Live within your means, be honest about the numbers, and treat people fairly. I'm running for the Lake County Commissioner because I believe we can do better. Better in how we spend taxpayer dollars, and better in how we explain those decisions. At the end of the day, it isn't the government's money, it's your own. Every dollar represents hard work and sacrifice by our residents and business owners. People deserve to know where it's going and why. As a small business owner for more than a decade, I've learned that every dollar matters. There's no room for waste and no room for, we'll figure it out later. The same mindset has guided my service on city council, the school boards, and all the other boards I've served on. And that's exactly what I'll bring to the county level. Here's what that looks like. Smart spending. Not just spending less, but spending wisely. We need to ask tough questions. Are programs effective? Can we eliminate waste and duplication? Are we prioritizing the basics, public safety, infrastructure, essential services? And whenever possible, we should look for ways to reduce the tax burden, especially for families and seniors. Transparency. People lose trust when decisions feel rushed or hidden. I believe if you can't explain the decision clearly and honestly, it probably needs another look. As Commissioner, I'll push for open discussions, clear communication, and financial reporting that people can actually understand. Fairness. Lake County is made up of cities, townships, villages, and rural communities, and every one of them matters. No community should feel ignored or left behind. Whether it's road repairs, park improvements, economic development, or infrastructure projects, decisions should be based on real needs, not politics or favoritism. I'm not running because I'm looking for the next step in a political career. I'm running because I care about the county. I want to bring steady, common sense, conservative approach to how it's run. One rooted in Republican values, private sector experience, and local service. I'm asking for your support because I offer something important. Real-world experience, proven fiscal responsibility, and a commitment to transparency and fairness for the entire county. If elected, I promise to listen, to lead with integrity, and to never forget who we work for, the taxpayers of Lake County. Together, we can make Lake County a model of responsible, transparent government. I'm ready to lead, and I hope you will join me. Thank you for your time, your service to our party, and your consideration. I would be honored to earn your support.
Thank you, Mike. Now, John Mara.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the Central Committee. Before I begin, I want to briefly explain why I'm qualified to serve as a county commissioner, and why I'm prepared to step up into this role immediately. Before entering the public office, I owned and operated a construction company managing large, multi-million-dollar projects. I worked closely with municipalities, sewer authorities, ODOT, and the Army Corps of Engineers. I dealt with complex budgets, strict timelines, and real accountability, where performance mattered and mistakes had real consequences. I am now in my second term as the mayor of the village of Timberlake, having earned confidence of the voters on 2 contested elections. In office, I've balanced the budgets, overseen infrastructure and capital projects, secured and managed funding, and helped secure grants totaling 3 times our village annual budget. money that went directly back into the community. I also want to share briefly what grounds me personally. I'm a Catholic and I attend Mass daily. My faith teaches accountability, humility, and service. Those perspectives shape how I govern and how I make decisions. That same conscience shapes my views on property taxes. I believe people should truly own their homes and not live under the constraint of threat of losing them to government authorities. I support removing taxes attached to homes that lead to foreclosure, reclassifying local services honestly as services and not taxes, and removing school funding from the property tax bill altogether. Education is state responsibility and should be funded through statewide revenue sources, not by penalizing homeownership. This seat should be filled by someone who will honor and continue the work that Rich Regovich laid out in his state of address to the county address, not abandon it or replace it with some other hidden agenda. Rich focused on responsible, disciplined governing. I intend to continue that work by paying down county notes, protecting the county financial position, completing long-term capital projects, finalizing ARPA investments, strengthening countywide communications, continuing responsible oversight of the Sheriff's Office facility, supporting senior services, improving emergency preparedness, and ensuring Lake County has a strong voice in Columbus and Washington. For the past 3 years, I've attended and served as an alternate representative to the North Ohio Area Coordinating Agency, currently for Commissioner Pleshnik. I've attended meetings, reviewed priorities, and followed planning decisions firsthand. Over time, it has become clear that NOACA's priorities no longer align with Lake County's needs and values. One of my priorities as Lake County Commissioner will be to separate Lake County from NOACA and work toward forming a new metropolitan planning organization. With neighboring communities, we share our values and our priorities. By doing so, we regain control over infrastructure planning and ensure transportation dollars serve our community, not regional climate agendas. Public trust depends on transparency. Through a series of actions and conflicts involving the former and current commissioner, public comment was lost in Lake County. Once lost, it was never meaningfully restored. Today, it is limited to agenda items only and capped at 3 minutes. No laws were broken, but residents lost a transparent and meaningful voice in their own county government. If this appointment follows the same dynamics that led us here, public comment will not return on its own. If appointed, I will restore meaningful public comment, transparency, and accountability. I now would like to thank you for the responsibility that you carry here today. Over the past weeks, many of you have received calls, emails, invitations, and encouragement telling you who you are expected to support. Some of that pressure came quietly. Some came through positions of influence. Is this how we should be choosing a county commissioner? Through steering and prearranged outcomes? Or through independence, integrity, transparency, and conscience? There are committee officials and elected county leaders openly promoting specific candidates. That reality places an additional responsibility on this committee to ensure public confidence in the process. However, if elected, I will work with everyone in good faith and govern responsibly. I also understand what it takes to hold this seat. I have experience in relationships. Thank you all.
We're in Macintosh.
Good evening, and thank you to all of the Central Committee members who were able to be here tonight and participate in this important election. I want to take a moment and reflect on why we are here tonight. We are here because Lake County lost a dedicated public servant and the party lost a dedicated Republican. Rich and I came from different backgrounds, and as I have talked with many of you about serving as your commissioner, I realize I have a great deal in common with Rich. I care about serving Lake County and upholding our Republican principles and doing what is best for the residents of Lake County, just like Rich. I have been overwhelmed by the number of people asking me to pursue this appointment and the amount of support and the many endorsements that I have received. I know many of you in the room, but some I do not. So who is Morgan McIntosh? I was raised in a family of entrepreneurs. My father was a partner in a small business when I was little. He sold that business to try another venture and then ended up losing everything. Starting over, he rebuilt a business from a crazy idea he once had and turned it into a successful small business. My parents instilled in me the value of hard work, responsibility, and honesty. Those who know me best use those words to describe me. Public service has always been a priority of mine. My first pursuit was in the field of law enforcement. I worked in law enforcement until I joined my father's small business. The business was growing and he wanted my help managing the growth. 5 years later, he died. He was 1 month short of his 56th birthday, and I was 3 months short of my 30th birthday. What came next was a 20-year crash course in learning how to own, operate, and grow a small business. This is the core of what makes me an excellent candidate for this appointment. I relied on the work ethic instilled in me by my parents to gain an unrelenting drive for success. Working late until 10 p.m. was a common sacrifice, and it was what my family always considered to be normal. The result of this hard work and dedication was a revenue increase of over 300% and a multiplication of business value by 14 times. At the end of 2021, I sold that business, retiring from my work in the business community. My involvement in politics began shortly after the 2004 presidential election, when I found my way to a Young Republican meeting. In less than 12 months, I was elected the club's president, and I'm very proud to say that today I have the support of the Young Republican Club. I trained with the RNC and was a top volunteer in 2006, 2008, 2010, and supported many of our local elected officials in years in between. I returned to public service when I decided to run for township trustee in Concord Township. I won a challenging race against a very popular Democrat school board member. I then elected office for 6 years. Immediately, I led the charge, taking on challenging issues. With every decision, I have taken the time to dig into details, sift through data, and understand the matter thoroughly before making the decision I felt was best for my community. Residents frequently compliment me and my fellow trustees on our open, thoughtful, and transparent leadership. Our success in Concord Township is an asset to me as a candidate for this party running this year. My success is not limited to my business in Concord Township. I have served as the president of the Lake County Township Association for 3 years. I have become an effective voice in the Lake County Mayors and Managers Association, and I was elected as a township representative to the Lake County 911 Program Review Committee, a committee which I served on with Commissioner Regovich. I was also nominated by the Ohio Township Association as an up-and-coming leader to attend a prestigious public leadership academy at The Ohio State University. I was fortunate enough to attend that training with Commissioner Don Plechnik, and that was the beginning of our solid working relationship. I became a Republican watching the speeches of Ronald Reagan at the age of 7, and I have worked on campaigns for over 20 years. When this campaign began a month ago, I said, well, here we go again. This is an important moment for all of us, for the party and for the county. This will be a tough midterm election cycle, so we need someone who is ready to hit the job on day one and at the same time build a robust campaign. With my business experience and over 20 years of helping Republicans get elected in Lake County, I hope that you will trust me with this responsibility. I ask for your vote tonight. I want to continue the great work of Rich Regovich and ask you that you join me in campaigning to bring a Republican sweep down the entire ballot this November. Thank you.
Somebody got my agenda.
Mr. Chairman,
Somebody took my agenda.
I have a motion.
No. I had my notes on it.
Mr. Chairman.
One of the
speakers. Mike, do you have it by any chance?
Check your notes.
Mike, or
John?
John, Tamara.
Morgan.
So, at this time, we've ended the presentation of each of the nominated candidates.
I have a motion.
You have a motion?
Yeah. Yeah, we've been through a lot of these meetings that go pretty late. I don't think there's a lot of interest here in drawing out the debate, so I'd like to move that we call the question.
I'd like to second that.
We have a motion to call the question. The only problem is this is a public meeting, and we must have a public session before that motion could be entertained.
Are we in public session right now?
We're just about to go into it, and the public will have the opportunity to speak. That we have to do, and we passed the agenda already.
Yeah, we can make a
You
motion.
can amend the agenda, but by rights, we're going to need to have a public session.
Would you like me to withdraw?
That's called the Ohio Revised Code. So,
You want me to withdraw and maybe once we get started?
yeah, that'd be great.
I will withdraw them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
All right.
Dave.
All right. So, it's now time for the public session. This is where members of the public are allowed up to 3 minutes per person to address the organization, and a total of 30 minutes in time. So if we could, timekeeper watch the clock. So are there any members of the public that would like to speak at this time? Any members of the public? Seeing none, I'll close the public session. All right. Now, before I entertain David's call, I have to say this. I'd be remiss if I wouldn't say this day in history. So we have to have a history moment, right? So this day in history, 6th day of January, 1759. Anybody know what happened that day? There you go. Bill's got it.
What? George Washington and Martha Custis got married.
They were married. In my other life, I was married on that day. So this day in history, 1759. It's also called, anybody know what January 6th is called? At least back in those days. Epiphany, but it's also called, back then it was called the 12th night. 12th night of Christmas. So back then they celebrated, this was the celebration night. It was January 6th, not 25th December. That only began the Christmas time back in those days. And so now you know the rest of the story. All right. At this point, there would be a vote to adjourn into executive session. But I'll recognize the gentleman from Willoughby.
I'll try this again. I would now like to call the question.
And I will second.
Okay, we have a motion by David Falk, second by Amy Sabbath to call the question. Everybody understand what that motion means? So we would go right now to the vote. We would have, that would be, so we would skip an executive session. We would skip any questions from the Central Committee and that, and then we go right to a vote. Does everybody understand that motion? Yes. All right. So, any discussion on that motion?
No discussion.
Call the question. Yes, correct. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Nay.
No. Okay. The ayes have it, so we will go right to the vote. At this point, it will be a roll call vote. This is a public meeting, and so just like any council meeting, township trustee meeting, or any other public meeting, each person must declare their vote. So I will call up the secretary to do the roll, or yes, or somebody will do the roll, and then we'll, yes.
The candidate has to win by a majority of votes cast.
Correct. Majority of votes, yeah, we need to know the number of
eligible
votes.
to vote.
Now, let me ask you this, I probably should have started this. Did anybody leave the room? Did any member leave already? Hopefully not. If you decide that you have to leave, please let us know, because, especially if you haven't voted yet, because that's fine. But if you have to leave, just let us know. So we will do the count. Obviously, we have a quorum. And everybody has signed in, right? Every central committee member has signed in, correct? We are double checking. Wildwood County, real quick, I wanted to introduce some folks that are here to join us today. Tina Ludwig is with Keith Faber's office. Where's Tina? Tina, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it. Thank you, Commissioners Morris Beveridge III and John Fleshnick for joining us today. Thank you, Commissioners. Our State Central Committee woman, Lucy Stickman, is here. Thank you, Lucy, for being here. Dante Lewis is here, our Director of the Board of Elections. Arian is here from Dave Joyce's office. Arian, thank you for being here. All right, who would like this? I see some Concord Township trustees here. Of course, Amy was here before, but Carl Dondorfer is here. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Bob Rizzo is here. Bob, a quick round of applause. Thank you. Next state representative, Jesse Stiles is here. District Court of Appeal, Bob Patton's here. Chris Galloway. All right, who am I missing? Oh, Becky's here.
He always misses me.
You're always behind me.
Yeah, I know. As your chairwoman, I thank all of you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As your recorder, this will be my 10th year serving you, and tonight, my 10th commissioner. It is my hope tonight that you will appoint a commissioner who will reflect diplomatic talents, skills and fairness for all elected officials, and represent the interests of all of Lake County. Commissioner Regovich accomplished all of this. May we decide tonight with that in mind. Thank you.
And before we actually commence the vote, I've got to say and be very proud of this county organization to see the quality of candidates that we have. Not only the 3 that were nominated tonight, but all the others that were interested in this position. We are truly blessed as a party to have such an amazing talent and skills. And certainly, it's okay to disagree, as I always say, but just don't be disagreeable. And so we've had pretty much, not all the time, but pretty much most of our county elected officials over the years that I've been involved, they have done that. And so for that, we can be very, very proud as a party of who we've elected and who we've appointed over the years, and then subsequently elected at all levels of government. So I applaud you, the Central Committee, for doing this. Oh, and we just had another. Where's Judge Marissa Carnaccio's here? Where is she? There she is. She's got an event coming up in 2 days. Yeah. So everybody needs to be there. Pine Ridge Country Club on January 8th. Okay? 5:30. 5 o'clock. 5:30. All right.
Okay, so I will be going just in the order of District 1, District 2, etc. So this is not in any other order other than the districts. So when I call your name, if you could just tell me the person that you're voting for. And we have 99 people who are voting. The executive committee will vote at the end, like we have in the past, just FYI. Jim Overstreet,
Morgan McIntosh.
Denise Verdi,
John Mara.
Vernon Pacholke.
John Bauer.
I'm sorry, where are you? What did you say?
John. No.
Cindy Hopkins,
Maureen McIntosh.
Christine Matthews,
Morgan McIntosh.
Michael Fitzner,
John Mara.
Cynthia Rising,
John Mara.
Frank McCarty. Frank?
Morgan McIntosh.
Patrick Jessberger,
Morgan McIntosh.
Angelo Manarino,
John Mara.
Keith Beck,
Morgan McIntosh.
Deborah Clark.
Morgan McIntosh.
Pardon me?
Morgan McIntosh.
Thank you. Timothy Cohn,
Morgan McIntosh.
Matt Jaworski,
Morgan McIntosh.
Robert Anslar,
Morgan McIntosh.
Frank Zupancic,
Morgan McIntosh.
Melanie Melragno,
Morgan McIntosh.
Bill Ditterbrand,
Morgan McIntosh.
Glenn Mason,
Morgan McIntosh.
Patricia Pellew, excuse me,
Morgan McIntosh.
Timothy O'Keefe,
Morgan McIntosh.
Jeffrey Wild,
Morgan McIntosh.
William Bernakis,
Morgan McIntosh.
Marlene Cornacchio,
Morgan McIntosh.
David Kalk,
Morgan McIntosh.
Andrew Serino, Matt Blatt,
Morgan McClintock.
I'm sorry, what?
McIntosh.
Thank you. Marty Phillips,
Morgan McIntosh.
Helen Lexon,
Morgan McIntosh.
Mark Belich,
Morgan McIntosh.
Janet Micah,
Morgan McIntosh.
Sylvia P. Sorn,
Morgan McIntosh.
Jerry Serino,
Mike Bernhardt.
Joseph Smollett,
Morgan McIntosh.
Mike Ingram,
Morgan McIntosh.
Carolyn Fidanza,
John Mara.
Robert Rinaldo,
Morgan McIntosh.
Paula Surska, Dave Bennett,
John Mara.
James Short,
Morgan McIntosh.
Thomas Robinson,
John Mara.
Mark Freeman,
Morgan McIntosh.
Tom Tuttle,
Morgan McIntosh.
Jack Beckwith,
Morgan McIntosh.
Brittany Thomas,
Morgan McIntosh.
Marilyn Lau,
Morgan McIntosh.
Daryl Reed,
Morgan McIntosh.
Eric Khalil,
Morgan McIntosh.
Kathy Donnell,
John Mara.
Preston Wolk,
Morgan McIntosh.
Amy Lucci,
Morgan McIntosh.
Beverly Shalera,
Morgan McIntosh.
Christopher Galloway,
The Honorable Morgan McIntosh.
Suzanne Bartolotta,
Morgan McIntosh.
Faith Andrews,
John Mara.
Elizabeth Schick,
Morgan McIntosh.
Kathy Dalton,
Morgan McIntosh.
Lou Dunlap,
Morgan McIntosh.
Gary Rosenthal.
Morgan.
Tim Wright.
Morgan McIntyre.
Mike Cooper.
Morgan McIntyre.
Ed Anderson.
Morgan McIntyre.
Josh Pennock.
Morgan McIntosh.
Andrew Safira.
Morgan McIntosh.
Robert McKnight.
Morgan McIntosh.
Amy Cossack.
Morgan McIntosh.
Chuck Hillier.
Mr. Morgan McIntosh.
Amy Sabbath.
Morgan McIntosh.
Dennis Nowacki.
Morgan McIntosh.
Brian Thomas.
Morgan McIntosh.
Anthony Bertone.
Morgan McIntosh.
Pamela Morse.
Morgan McIntosh.
Robert Tomsich, excuse me.
Morgan McIntosh.
Tony Marinelli.
Morgan McIntosh.
Chris Bahari.
Morgan McIntosh.
Stephanie Young.
Morgan McIntosh.
Elliot Kolarczyk.
John Barron.
William Baxter.
John Mara.
Jan Clare.
Morgan McIntosh.
Josh Marks.
Morgan McIntosh.
James Poratoski.
Not bad. Morgan McIntosh.
Bryce Tischer.
Morgan McIntosh.
Heather Liam Bruno.
Morgan McIntosh.
Frank Pitchler.
Morgan McIntosh.
Lawrence Geigrich.
Morgan McIntosh.
Walter Siegel.
Morgan McIntosh.
Steve Dempsey.
Morgan McIntosh.
Keith Chaffee.
John Mara.
Greg Geigrich.
Morgan McIntosh.
Eric Cotton.
Morgan McIntosh.
Dennis Keeney.
John Mara.
Vince Berry.
Morgan McIntosh.
Susan Hammercheck.
Abstain.
Jonathan Everett.
Morgan McIntosh.
Yeah. Jonathan, you're what precinct?
You did sign in.
I did sign in.
You did not sign in.
Pretty sure I signed in.
Come on up and come on up.
Be happy to do that.
Sign in and we'll get your report. Oh, you signed the other. You signed the
Oh,
other.
yeah,
Sign the other one?
this sheet you need to sign.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Would please, for next to your name.
Oh, no. That means we have a. So, anybody else?
That's great.
For-
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lisa Patton, Morgan McIntosh. Dale Fellows,
Morgan McIntosh.
Becky Lynch,
I'll do Morgan McIntosh.
Tom Seymour,
Morgan McIntosh.
Bill Feinrich,
Morgan McIntosh.
Sue Bentley.
Abstain.
Chicken.
Say that to her face.
All right, so now we're going to do the count. Okay, while they're counting the official count, a couple other folks I wanted to introduce. Judge Mark Bartolotta's here. Judge Mark Bartolotta. Thank you. Sheriff Franklin Bruno's here. All right, I'm just looking around. Who else did I move? Who else is hiding somewhere? See, actually, Art. Hey, Art. All right. While they're counting us, I do want to reiterate something that was mentioned earlier on in the proceedings about party unity. I appreciated the email I got from former Commissioner John Hamercheck over the weekend where he was withdrawing his name as to be considered, but the title of his email was Party Unity. So thank you, Commissioner. Appreciate that. So we do have a couple of events this week. Tomorrow is the event in Cleveland for Vivek Ramaswamy and the new Lieutenant Governor candidate, Rob McCauley. As I mentioned before, Larissa Carnaccio. She's got her event on Thursday, so everybody will be there. So we appreciate her willingness to run for that 11th District Court of Appeals. Very, very important. So, we have verified this. 4 different people counted. And so, we had 2 abstentions, 2 for Mike Merhar, 15 for John Mara, and 81 for Morgan McIntosh. Congratulations. Morgan, come on up. Come on up, Morgan.
Well, thank you. I'd like to take a minute and just say that right now I'm thinking a lot about Lynn Regovich and the Regovich family. My wife Lynn and I didn't travel. Our families all live out of state, so Thanksgiving weekend we were by ourselves, and I had actually fractured my ankle, so Lynn was doing most of the cooking in the kitchen, and I couldn't help with that solitude, the 2 of us just being by ourselves on Thanksgiving, thinking a lot. I must have thought every 5 or 10 minutes which crossed my mind, and I thought about him. So I want to thank everyone for their support tonight. It's very humbling to hear your name called time and time again by people that I've known for a long time, and even people that I'm just getting to know now. I am very committed to our party, to the office, and I promise to do right by the job, to represent the people of Lake County with honor and distinction, and to honor the office and to honor the party. I look forward to being out there with all of my fellow Republicans on the election cycle, on the ballot this year. It's going to be an exciting year, and we're going to do well in Lake County. So thank you for making me your next Lake County Commissioner.
Oh, Just a couple more things real quick. We have a platform committee meeting on Monday the 12th, at headquarters at 5:30. Any members of the committee, please, if you could, please.
Talking.
And we have another exciting announcement. We've been working hard to try and put together a finance committee over the last number of months, actually for a while. So I've got some people that have stepped up and agreed to be part of that finance committee to help us continue to raise the money we've been raising successfully, but even take it to another level. They are Beverly Shalera, Neil Harrison, Lisa Patton, John Pleshnick, of course myself will be on, and our chair is going to be John Hammercheck. John, where's John? And where's our treasurer? I need our treasurer up here. John Hammercheck kindly has given us a $5,000 check for the title sponsor, one of the title sponsors for the Lincoln Day dinner. So thank you very much. Is there any other business to come before the committee? Seeing none, Happy New Year again, and have a great rest of your week and a great 2020. Hey Morgan, can we get Morgan McIntosh lit up by the flag, please?